Next we have Bethany Wilcoxon. Bethany is a senior transportation planner with the Des Moines Area Metropolitan Planning Organization, and you've probably seen her around town talking about the Tomorrow Plan. In fact, she's done a presentation in this room before about the Tomorrow Plan, which Jack and Des Moines actually did a special event on the Tomorrow Plan about a year ago, a little over a year ago. She's here tonight to talk about conscious consumerism, so please welcome Bethany.
about my love of dresses. Obviously, things haven't changed too much. It's part of an experiment in which I wouldn't let myself buy any new dresses until I wore all the dresses, nearly 60 of them, that were already hanging in my closet. Now, this process seemed to take months, but it was a great lesson in self-restraint. Then, as Matt mentioned, started working on this little thing called the Tomorrow Plan. Hopefully some of you have heard about it by now. Really what we're trying to do is create a more sustainable future for our region, looking at basically anything and everything that makes our region function. Through this process, a lot of these different areas have become even more ingrained within myself. It's not just talking the talk, it's walking the walk. Now, we know this is pretty lofty to change the mindsets of 500,000 people, but we know it's also very, very attainable. Part of that mentality is helped by using lots of apps. Now, one thing we know with the state marketing, look at all the junk mail we get. It's right at our door. How do we avoid going to the store to get that, or to use that coupon, to buy that super cute new dress? There's an app to help. It's called Paper Karma. I use it all the time. What you do, you take your junk mail, you take a picture of the address, and then you take care of the rest. As you can see here, you can scan your mail, submit it, then you can get a listing of your request status, see if it's approved. Sure, this is great to reduce your junk mail, but it also helps save trees. Of course, tree hugger, hippie, I've heard it all before. Next, the idea of local foods. I want local foods, you want local foods. Over 90% of people in our area want local foods. Yet somehow, Iowa still imports 86% of its food. What sense does this make when we have some of the most prime farmland in the world right in our backyards? So the Locavore app really helps with this. You sign up, you can learn what foods are in season, where you can get local food, you can find other local orders, so to speak, that are in the region. You can even get recipes on this site. So how much easier could it get? Well, unless someone went to go to the grocery store for me, which I'm not a big fan of. I think it's one of those things that's just kind of on the to-do list I have to do, but I don't enjoy the experience. And how do you go about being a conscious consumer at the grocery store? It's pretty tough. Where do you even start? Do you start in the produce department, bottom row of aisle 1? Well, the Good Guide app can really help you. Now, I'm not going to claim that I scan every product that I put in my cart, because it's certainly not the case, but you can scan some products that you already have. They have rankings related to health, the environment, and society, see how well they're doing, and then become more conscious in the future. Now, if you're anything like me, you're pretty passionate about a variety of causes, so you want to be sure that your purchases support those passions. But with so many places, where do you even start the research? It'd be pretty time-consuming. Well, of course, you guessed it, there's an app for that. It's called Boycott. It's received some publicity over the past few weeks, so maybe you've heard of it. A boycott is the opposite of a boycott. It helps you to purchase products for causes that you really support. You can see where your dollar is ultimately going, what it's ultimately supporting. So I just scanned a couple of products that happen to be in my house. My Burt's Bees lip balm, checked out okay. My conditioner though, not so much. So when that bottle's gone, I'll be finding a new brand to use. Now, a few months ago, I saw this movie called Girl Rising. It's a pretty powerful story of 9 young girls from around the world facing numerous obstacles. Obstacles that we in the U.S. oftentimes don't think about. attention to these, as well as the hope and the power of education. One item that talked about was child labor and human trafficking. Again, not something you probably think about on a daily basis, but a very important piece. So there's the Free to Work app that can help with this. It can help you know which companies support this, which ones have put themselves out there to really stop child labor and other human trafficking abuses. So again, putting your money behind your passions, behind what's important to you. Now, this is my baby, Coco. Look at that face. You know, anybody that knows me knows she's slightly spoiled. She's like my kid. But look at any number of animals. Why would you want to support a company that tests their products on animals, for example? So there's the cruelty-free app, which lets you determine which products, which companies are cruelty-free, that they support being kind to animals. And you can actually even take a pledge to sign up to buy cruelty-free products. Now, you're probably thinking, where is this going? I just talked about how I want to be cruelty-free, but then I have leopard print up here. Well, as long as it's faux leopard print, I'm fine with it. So, it's even better when it's from a thrift shop. Just because Macklemore says so, I don't think so. You can find some great deals. It's unique, one of a kind. You're not going to show up wearing the same thing as someone else. And no, it's not just R. Kelly sheets, 99-cent deals for your grandpa's style. You can find things like Manolo Blahnik heels for $20. Great deals, they're going to be unique. So, next time someone says, hey Bethany, you want to go thrift shopping? Pull up this app called Thrift Buddy, find out where the nearest locations are, look at the details on it, and even create a wish list. You can find out if I want something, it's not listed on there, it's a Craigslist type app, or Craigslist type feature that's really great to use. So, obviously, a lot of help out there. Just one final thought, going back to the Tomorrow Plan, every dollar that you spend is a vote for the kind of future that you want, and who you want to control the world. So, with that, vote consciously.